Yo, Wagwana guy, knotlocks, not nation. Doing a little video here today. How's everybody doing? It's been a while. Nice to see you guys back here on the channel. I have been busy working 2 jobs, doing YouTube video, vlogging at the same time, and enjoying life, hiking, skating, doing all that good shit. What we are looking at today is some locks. Obviously, YBN Nahmir. I can't believe I actually haven't done a video on this guy yet. So make sure you stay tuned, stay subscribed. This is Not Nation. YBN Nahmir. This guy's dreads have been pretty happening lately. I like the way that they've been looking. They're pretty traditional, pretty standard, but I feel like he's making them like a pretty big statement, like a pretty big motivation for people to get dreads these days, just because he's a young buck in the game with the locks. So let's take a look at his dreads and see what's really happening here. YBN Nahmir is professionally known as Nicholas Simmons, rapper, songwriter, known for rubbing off the paint, and he actually plays in October in Toronto and London. So maybe I'm gonna have to try and check this out this year and get some footages of him. So YBN actually means young boss niggas. They're young bosses. And honestly, like his locks, where does it say he's from? Actually, it says he's from I swear he's from it doesn't even matter. But anyways, his dreads though, definitely looking very twisted. Getting the retwist done, having them very cylindrical, having them very symmetrical. Nothing too crazy with his locks, but he does seem to rock them pretty well. You can actually see some like frizzy hairs and some loops here, some wispy ends. Rocking his hair up. I feel like the twist method is probably the best method for him to go. It seems to be working pretty well. Seems to be having like a type 4 hair. And honestly, when people twist their hair up like this, it does require a loctician unless you know how to do it yourself. It does take a lot of work, a lot of time. And this is actually kind of like in the beginning stages of his dreads, when rubbing off the paint came out. So they looked a lot thinner, and they weren't even really as mature then and around this time as well. They weren't really as mature as they are now. Whereas like photos like this, you can see his length has more than doubled. It's got a little bit of a taper going on at the top compared to here when his hair is like pretty short, pretty freshly twisted. Now he's got like a different kind of look going on with his locks. So I'm actually kind of excited to see where this young boss is gonna take the dreadlocks in the years to come. Hopefully he keeps that length going. Obviously it's nice to see some different hairstyles happening. So the updos looking pretty dope. Specifically, I would like to see more Congos, more of non-separation happening as well. Photos like this really show you his twisting right down to the scalp when the fresh retwist is actually in play. This can hurt. Obviously, some people, you guys know this already. It's not for everybody, obviously, but it's cool that we can definitely see a difference in his locks over the years just from the length alone. Picture here with a legend, Kodak, and his locks, 2 dreadheads in the game. Looking at something a bit more recent from YBN Nahmir. His locks these days still looking pretty lengthy. He's still got a little bit of a taper on the front, but what we notice now is a lot more volume happening on his locks. So cool to see that he's not really twisting it right down to the root in this photo. This seems like a photo when he was younger, before the dreads. Braid up, fishbone braids, looking pretty cool. Pretty easy hairstyle to attain, and a lot of length these days as well. Kind of reminded me of like Quavo's dreads at this point. A lot of blunted tips happening now. Hopefully again we do see more length happening. His mustache looking pretty cool too, actually. I've always liked people that have that little mustache like that. Tried to rock it, I could never get it to look like that. That's why I do it this way. But at least I'm rocking the mustache too these days. And ew, got a foot in his face. Seems like he loves it. And yeah, pretty standard dreads. So they're not even really high top at all, just tapered down a little bit around the edges. I love seeing photos with dreads, with other dreads. So Wiz Khalifa, definitely a legend in the game, with his locks as well, and hair pulled back. Seems to be a pretty good look for Nahmir here. Actually getting his braids, his dreads retwisted. Seems like he's enjoying it quite a bit. And here you can see like his hair's at a length now where it can flip back, flip to the sides. That's from last year, that photo. So I mean, where he's at today.
Know a nigga fell loose when they get me off that Henny. Swear 10 was a lot till a nigga touch 50. Gotta keep a big blower, cause some people out to give me sacrifices for them bands, even if the bid risk.
Definitely where his dreads are at these days, so a lot more length happening. I can feel like he's gonna grow them long, like how Waka Flocka had them. That's kind of like the look that he's going for here if these continue to get length. And that's pretty much it. And just to show you again where he came from with the lock, so you can tell his hair type here is actually in this photo looks more like a type 3C more than anything. So really cool to see where his locks have come from in the past to the present. You done know. So that's YBN Nahmir. I appreciate you guys stopping by. By the way, he is from Alabama, Birmingham. I did know that. I just didn't at the beginning of the video. So any of you that commented that below, ha, gotcha. I did know where he's from. Yeah, definitely leave me a comment on who you want to see next in the Dreadlock review game. But until then, I'm going to head out. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a fantastic day. Stay tuned. Stay subscribed. Peace out. One love. And I'll see you guys in the next Dreadlock video. Adios. God.